Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, today's video we'll be discussing the Podium vehicle. Yes, this is the Podium vehicle review video. We talked about the customization, the performance, and this is kind of like 2-in-1. I know I've been saying I would do this for a long time, but I'm going to go over my build for Brian O'Connor's green Mitsubishi Eclipse from the movie Fast and the Furious, the iconic, the first race scene of that franchise with that movie. So, yeah, I'm just going to go through and show you what customizable parts if you want to recreate that vehicle and have it in your garage, all right? It's pretty cool, good nostalgia. If you want to purchase it, and you should, Southern San Andreas is where you can find it for $1,380,000. Now, the vehicle has actually really good customization. There's a ton of bumper options, ton of rear bumper options. It's a very good car to customize. And not only is it a good customizable vehicle, it's really fun to drive as well, which makes that nice. It's not going to be extremely expensive. Yeah, it's still going to be over $1 million. And, you can win it on the wheel this week. So that's really cool. If you guys have the option to spin the wheel and win this vehicle, I would absolutely every day be in there trying to do that so you can get this vehicle. But even if you can't, like I said, I would strongly recommend that you purchase this vehicle. It's just really cool. It's a good nostalgia. It's really nice. As you saw right there, over 14 different hoods you could pick from. Very good. Good options. Good customization there. Really cool liveries. You have 13 different liveries there. Got to check those out. I love it when a car has some really nice liveries. That really makes a big deal. It's a big difference with the customization. You have a few mirror options. You can add your customizable plates to it. That's pretty cool too. Different types of spray. You have your primary, your secondary, your trim, all that good stuff. That's really cool. I like that. Take a look on the inside. You can paint get the seats a different color, which is nice. You have several different roof options in regard to the scoops. And again, we'll go over all this stuff for the actual build for Brian O'Connor's, Mitsubishi from Fast and the Furious. That's, so make sure you guys stay tuned and stick around for that. If you do, most of you probably already know what it looks like, but I'm going to be comparing it to the actual vehicle from the movie. I'll show you guys some clips from the actual movie so you can check that out. Spoilers, 23 different spoilers for this vehicle. Come on. Yeah, a lot of them are just, the secondary or the primary paint and the carbon. But still, the more customizable features and options you can have, the better it is for everybody, especially when a vehicle is going to be over $1 million. Your suspension options right there. You can kind of camber the tires out. It looks really nice. I like that a lot. Definitely something you want to take into consideration. The window tint. It is a all-wheel drive vehicle, so keep that in mind. I don't mind that. I think it's fine. It handles still pretty good. It looks really nice. The motor compartment looks really good too. The engine compartment looks nice. I like that. Let's take a look at some of the pictures from the actual movie, from the car itself. That's going to be the roof scoop. It's the rounded version. That's the mirrors right there on the side as well. So kind of what the seats look like. So when you're building the vehicle, man, R.I.P. Brian, Paul Walker, but damn, that sucks. Look at the bumper right there. The car from kind of like a side angle, the headlights, the underglow, the spoiler, a little bit further back. Such a cool, iconic movie, man. Honestly, saw so many freaking racers after this movie. That's what the rear bumper and the exhaust looks like on the shot of the spoiler. The tires, the rims, everything right there. So this is kind of what we're basing it off of, kind of what we're building it off of right here. So let's get right into it. So first up, you have the front bumpers. The racing bumper is the bumper you're going to want to use. This is what's going to resemble the movie itself in the car. So the racing bumper is the bumper you want to have. For the rear bumper, it's the ribbed street rear bumper. Now you could go with the regular street one. There's two that look just like this, but the ribbed has a little bit of like a solid line through it, like on the back part of the bumper. And after looking at the actual vehicle, that's the one that you want to use. You want the titanium tipped exhaust, not because it has that blue tip, but because the muffler is right there by the tip, and that's exactly how it is in the movie as well. All right. So for the streets, you can go. There's a couple different options. The street seats, are probably the ones that will be the closest to resemble it. There's a few others in there as well, but I went with the streets, the street seats. Say that 10 times. Yeah, that's just kind of the closest that, the seat belts are actually black you can tell from the movie in that one shot, but the back side is white, the front's black, so, and they're not the super big seat belt, gap or the holes or whatever, the holders. It's not the real big long ones, it's a little bit smaller one, so I went with that. For the neon kits, the headlights are stock, leave the headlights stock. The neon kit is, all sides, definitely, you know what I mean? lime green as well. Almost Had You. That is literally from the movie itself. Dom asked, Paul Walker's character, Brian, what are you smiling about? He's like, dude, I almost had you. So that is the livery you want to use right there. For the mirrors, they don't have the exact mirrors, but I went with the carbon ones because that, I guess, most closely resembles it. For the primary spray, I just went with classic lime green. I didn't notice a pearlescent at all on the vehicle, so I left that the way it was. Secondary, it doesn't really change much except for the trim, like the stitching on the actual dash. Just left that black. For the trim color, I left that as graphite. If you look inside the vehicle, there's a couple screenshots from that actual clip. You could go black as well, but I kept it graphite. It kind of looked like it had kind of like a graphite tint to it. So with the roof, you want the built-in scoop alternate. The built-in scoop is more of like a jagged, rigid line. If you can see that right there. But the car, it's more of an oval. It's not that jagged trapezoid look to it. So you want to go with the alternate. For the skirts, you saw what we picked right there. For the splitters, there is no splitter to use. There was no splitters that would really kind of be comparable. Now with the spoiler, this is kind of weird with the spoiler itself here. I hate that big wing spoiler. I really do. So if you don't want to put the big wing spoiler, but as you saw, the spoiler in the movie does have a double blade. This one is a triple blade. It's a triple wing, right? And it just looks too big. So, it's a game time decision for you, whatever you want to go with. You could sub it out for the carbon standard or for the carbon extended wing. But if you want that, I guess if you want it to be with the multiple blades on the spoiler, the multiple fins, it's going to be the big wing. I just it's so core. I hate those spoilers on these cars because if you look at the movie, it's got that double blade, but it's not huge. It's not as big as this one right here. So, but it is what it is. So I went ahead and just put that on there just to kind of closely mimic it, but it's not exactly the way it is in the movie. None of the spoilers truly fit 100%. So the suspension is stock. If you go back in the video and look at my pictures, he had what looks like a stock suspension on the vehicle, and when they all line up, there is a pretty good amount of ground clearance from the bumper to the actual ground itself. With the rims, this is important. The Duper 7 rims are what you want to go with, and alloy is the color. It's more of like a silver color in the actual movie, but the alloy is probably the closest you can get. They're not chrome. It did not look like it was a chrome finish to the rims, but they are 7-spoke. So the Duper 7 are the closest to resemble that, and that's what you want to go with to keep that kind of looking the way what it needs to be. The tire, there was no Toyo tire decals. Go back to the actual pictures I show you. There's nothing on the tires itself, so you don't have to worry about putting that on there. You're good to go. And that's really that's pretty much what it is. That is the build for Brian O'Connor's green Mitsubishi from the first Fast and the Furious movie. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. If you are new, make sure you subscribe to my channel for the Ills or Reels content in the game. Smash that like button. And yeah, man, you guys have fun with these cars. It's really cool, man. I really hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one, all right? Peace out. Yeah.